Well, tonight we have new insight into the man being called the serial stabber. Elias Abuelazam sits behind bars tonight, as so many who came into contact with him are surprised to hear that he is the man who is the suspect in this case. Fox Toledo's Sean Hegarty is here now with that new angle tonight. Sean, what are we hearing?
Well, we're getting a lot of the information from a store where he used to work just north of Flint, Michigan. No one there seems to have had any major problems with him, especially the store owner. You'll hear from him in just a minute or so. So seeing this arrest for so many people, especially connected with that store, is quite a shock. We want to let you know that Abuelazam only faces one charge in Michigan, but plenty more are still pending. And a stabbing in Toledo is being investigated as well. But the whole arrest was literally only a few feet from never happening. That's because Israeli citizen Elias Abuelazam was just about to board a plane in Atlanta for Tel Aviv. A tipster got police there first.
Were it not for the courage of every member of our community who picked up the phone to tell authorities what they knew, law enforcement could not have solved this case as quickly as it was solved.
With 18 stabbings that include 5 murders, his old boss is floored.
He was a good guy. I mean, all of my employees, we never thought nothing about this guy. He was a friendly guy. He was a nice guy. I mean, it just threw us off.
Customers, though, weren't as flattering.
Guy, he was quiet, He didn't really give me no problems or nothing, but he was a little rude.
Well, out here, honey, we didn't have no problem with him. That's why we don't understand. It's like it's not understandable because he was out here with all of us.
Those stabbings stretched from Virginia to Michigan with Toledo in between, all ending thanks to help from police in Georgia.
We're doing anything we can to help them, but again, our involvement in this is pretty limited, just to the apprehension. So, but law enforcement agencies obviously, cooperate with each other, and particularly on a case of this magnitude.
So what's the motive in this case? No one's saying and may not know. But just like in Flint, one thing was common in Virginia.
When you look at our demographics and you look at the victims here, my belief is he selected the victims in Leesburg based upon the color of their skin.
Now, the suspect was actually picked up by police last Thursday in Virginia on a traffic stop, and despite a warrant for another charge, a judge let him go. But authorities did search that green Chevy Blazer we've been telling you about all week, found a hammer and a knife. Abuelazam remains in a Georgia jail tonight. Reporting live, Sean Hegarty, Fox Toledo News.
So, does the alleged stabber have any connections that would have brought him here to Toledo? Police Chief Mike Navarre tells us he doesn't think so. He told us today that Abuelazam may have simply just pulled off the highway, committed the crime, and then kept on driving to Flint. But that's no comfort to Anthony Lino's fiancée. She is still happy that the alleged stabber is off the streets. Our Sharia Davis is live with what else she had to say.
Yeah, Tony Lino's fiancée, Lanita Braswell, says it wasn't cops who called her this morning. She found out about the arrest from family and friends, but now she's looking for answers as to why he did it.
I was very excited. I mean, talking about it now, I'm getting those same goosebumps all over. I'm just very happy. I'm excited.
Lanita Braswell says she was getting ready to go see Tony when she received the news that his alleged attacker had been caught.
He can no longer harm anyone.
Elated, Lanita told her 59-year-old fiancé the news, even though he's still unresponsive inside Mercy St. Bede's.
I talk to him all the time. I read to him. I talk to him.
Lanita claims she's impressed how quickly cops got a hold of Elias Abuelazam and is looking forward to working with investigators on the case. But if she can, she wants to ask the suspect one question.
I want to know why, but that's an answer I may never get. No one may never get that answer.
He wasn't thinking, he wasn't playing it smart, I guess, and maybe he wanted to get caught, I don't know.
Tony, a church custodian in the Old West End, was stabbed Saturday evening after giving a man directions. Today, his pastor was relieved to hear about the arrest.
Maybe, Tony, as unfortunate as it is, that was a catalyst that maybe brought this man down, and that's a good thing.
Now, Lanita says Tony is still in critical condition, but doctors say they think he's going to pull through. Meanwhile, Reverend Anderson says the church is currently putting together a fundraiser for Tony to help with the recovery process. It will be held on August 29th. Reporting live, Sharia Davis, Fox Toledo News.